My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to give the appearance that I know what I'm doing and give you a little get ready with me / tutorial. So, I have eye issues. There are some videos on that if you want to catch up on that. Essentially, I have meibomian gland dysfunction with recurrent chalazion, and right now I have a tiny stye over here, but I'm going to a family party and I've been frustrated with not being able to wear makeup. I want to put some on. Now, disclaimer, you really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it in such a way that nothing touches that area. So this is not going to be the typical, eyeshadow in the crease and then on the lid. No, we're going to do things a little bit differently. What I'm doing here is taking a calculated risk. And again, right now mine is very tiny and is healing the normal way it should be. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my makeup today, not touching it, but still looking very glam. First thing I'm going to do is just put on my Avon Anew Platinum Day Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 25 sunscreen. This is just something I do every day because, sunscreen, moisturizer, these things are good for you. And I just feel like this one in particular, if I use it just about daily, it helps me, I feel like it keeps me from breaking out so much. I don't know why that is, but hey, if it works, I'm willing to do it. I'm not going to do foundation today, but I am going to use a little concealer just in a few places where I need it. So right here, I like covering up this vein because I just don't like veins. So I'm going to cover that up there. I'm going to put a little bit in some red areas. And that's all. This is my Tarte Shape Tape, by the way, in 8B, Porcelain Beige, yeah. And then just with my finger, I'm going to pat it in. These 2 steps that I showed you and the one I'm about to, so 3 steps all together, this is what I do every day, stye or not. Again, I just want to say, if, the stye was worse, then I really wouldn't be putting any makeup on at all. Or I would literally be keeping it to, no, that's not true. I was going to say literally keeping it to just under the eye, but that's not true. I wouldn't be putting any on at all if it was worse. Then I take my trusty, handy dandy Maybelline Fit Me powder in 110 Porcelain. This is the matte and poreless one. I don't care for the set and smooth one. And I usually start under my eyes. And then I just powder everything else. I try to keep it light over here, because then it settles into my smile lines. And then instead of concealer under my eyes, I put some powder, like a little extra. And then anywhere else where I want just a bit of extra coverage, I just put a little extra powder. This is how I've been doing this for many years. Oh, many. I'm 28, but you know what I mean. So here, I would put some extra, and here. Now, with a stye or something going on here, face makeup is a must. I want to detract attention from there as much as possible and still feel like I look good everywhere else. So I'm going to use my Too Faced Sun Puppy bronzer. Is that what this is? Yeah. And my Too Faced Mr. Right brush. Now, I do close my eyes. I think I used to do that anyway, even before the eye issues, but now especially, you don't want to get anything in your eyes. So I'm just going to put this in the places that bronzer typically goes. I'm going to go in the cheek hollows, and really kind of all over the cheek, let's be real. Across the forehead, down the temples, under the jaw, and down the neck. Another disclaimer, if you're not bothered by the appearance of your eye issues and you're not as self-conscious as me, good for you. I wish I could be more like you, but this is for those of us who need a little extra help feeling their best when this is going on. Next up, again, emphasizing that face makeup, because this is the place where you really can put most of your makeup. I usually go for a shimmery blush, but you don't have to. To me, that again gives you more dimension, more things to play with, a glow. And I'm also going to pick a purpley one. So this is the Balmfire Duo Beachgoer, the Low Tide one. Same brush. And this is also going to match my makeup look and my sweater, which is purple. Again, this gives other people's eyes another place to look. Then you're going to pick a highlighter. I'm going to go with the Colourpop Lav Dreams Supershock highlighter. Again, fitting with the purple theme, and again, picking something bold that's going to really light you up and detract from where you don't want the attention. So you want to make sure your skin looks good, and you know, in my case, you want something really bold and sparkly, something you really enjoy to make you feel good from the inside. Something else you can do is take some brow gel, especially if it's tinted, and put that in, again, to give you something else to play with, make you look more tidied up, and give other people other places to look. I also have eyebrow glitter, and that could also be a choice if you like that, if you're comfortable wearing it to whatever occasion you're going to, and also if you feel safe wearing it when your eye is flaring up, because you do want to make sure that no glitter goes anywhere near whatever is ailing you. And when you take it off at the end of the day, you want to make sure you stay away from it as well. There we go. Now, my personal preference is to finish with a bold, shiny lip or sparkly lip, but today I'm actually going to go with a matte lip. But that's only because I am going to be out for a while, and the Revlon satin inks stay on really well. And this is a little bit quieter than I would pick too, but that's because I am doing some kind of eye makeup today. So I'm using the Revlon satin ink liquid lipstick in Of Quartz, and this is a cool toned muted lavender, like mauvey kind of something. I can definitely not do lipstick and talk at the same time. This is getting interesting. Having some lipstick struggles today, but that's okay. Me personally anyway, I'm probably gonna put something like glossy or sparkly on top. I just gotta pick the right thing. Ooh, maybe some of this one. The Colourpop Glowing Lip, Ultra Glowing Lip in the Peeps one, the Peeps Lavender. Yeah, I think I like that better. I forgot, one more thing you could do, which I definitely have done before, is put some glitter on your face, or anywhere you want to put glitter. You could even put a little bit in the inner corners here, or a little bit of eyeshadow, but again, that is at your discretion. It depends on how bad your situation is and how comfortable you feel with that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Mercury and Retrograde palette, and I'm going to play with this under my eye and creating a wing. The first thing I'm going to do is take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going to go into Libra, which is the pale lilac, and I'm going to put this on the outer half of my lower lash line. So again, the goal here in my current situation is to keep the eyeshadow away from right in here, but still look glam. The next thing I'm going to do is take my smaller version of that brush from Wish and go into Vortex, which is a deep matte plum. Now this one, I'm going to put in that same area, but I'm going to tighten it to my lower lash line. That lilac is just to give it a little extra color that like peeks out and give it something to blend into. I'm also going to start winging that out just a touch from the bottom. You just saw all that. I hope I wasn't like too out of frame. Then I'm going to take Ultraviolet, which is this deep purple. I'm going to take it on my pinky. And I'm going to put it in the middle of my lower lash line. I'm going to blend it into that dark spot, but not totally cover it. I also don't want to drag this down too far, especially with my eye shape, but I do want to make sure we see the color and the shine. Then I'm going to take this shade Nebula, and this is like a, matches my nails kind of. It's like a gray, blue, lavender. And I'm going to put this on the inner third of my lower lash line. So again, to me, like I want a bold color and shine to really make me feel like I'm glam and like that I've done something. And you just want to start blending that into the other color. And you can use any colors too. You don't have to use monochromatic colors. You could use blues, greens, neutrals if you really wanted to, but you could. Pinks, reds, whatever. Now for my inner corner, and I'm going to do this carefully because the particular issue I have is pretty close to the inner corner, but not quite there. I'm going to take the Colourpop highlighter again, and I'm going to put a little of it on my inner corner. So it still has that lilac-y sheen. And now I have like some bright shine too. I'm also going to take this and put it on my brow bone. Far away from my lid, but still bringing the whole look together. And of course, getting to play around more and change up my look. Now, what you could do is put a color in the crease away from the lid, but with how red mine is, I think, like I wouldn't be able to put anything here. And I think that would make me look even redder. So I'm going to leave that out. However, I'm going to take that little brush again from Wish, and I'm going to go into Vortex again. Now, from the outer corner, again, this depends on where your issue is. Because mine is in here, I can do something on the outside. If it was outside again, like I've had it before, then I couldn't do this. What I'm going to do is line the outer half of the lid. You could use eyeliner, but I am not ready for that. So I'm going to use eyeshadow. And then from there, I'm going to create my wing. Also remember, I am doing all of this without eyeshadow primer because that would defeat the purpose. That shouldn't be on there if you're having an eye issue. I'm just gonna fix this one a little bit, only to try to make it more even with this one. The cat eye style isn't my normal style, but for this kind of situation, I think this is the easiest way to make it look like you've done something and still feel dressed up. Now, I am going to take some glitter, but I'm going to put it up in here. This is the first time I've worn glitter since a long time. Now, take this with a grain of salt because I was never good at this anyway. Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it. I'm going to try to gently make a curve here. It's a stylistic choice, and I definitely cannot talk to you while I'm doing it. Did I tell you what this was? This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. Is that what this is? Yeah, and this is Disco Daydream, which is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's a silver, but it's a holographic silver. And something I'm already failing at is, now I have to let this dry. Now, generally you should stay away from mascara. I'm going to carefully put mine on and also put it more on the outer edge. I'm going to make sure it doesn't touch anything in here. Again, if it was any bigger than what it is now, I don't think you can even see it. You can't, because I can barely see it. Then I wouldn't do this at all. So I'm going to curl my lashes. And then using this brush I got off of Amazon, these little disposable ones, and my Too Faced Better Than mascara in waterproof, I am going to do my lashes. So going in a little bit over here, but mainly staying on the outer half. Definitely when you have an issue going on, you should like use something disposable and not like mix one side to the next, you know? And I'm just going in with my finger to try to like separate my lashes a bit more. And then I'm just going to do the same with the bottom lashes, but I'm using my L'Oreal Double Extend Beauty Tubes. Now, something else you could do is throw some eyeliner down here in the waterline. Again, me personally, I'm not ready for that. Alright, not my typical look, but when push comes to shove, you make do and you get creative. So I think I did a pretty good job. I hope I've inspired you. And I just want to say, I hope this video isn't taken the wrong way. You should not have to feel like you have to cover up or make yourself, I don't even want to say prettier, but I guess make yourself feel better. I mean, to me, it's like, I feel like I have to make myself feel prettier, but if you're someone who's struggling like me and you don't like the way that it looks when you're having a problem and you need something to help you feel better about yourself, until we get to that point where we can say, I don't need this and I look fine the way I am and it doesn't matter, until we get to that point, for those of us who are not there yet, this is something we can do in the meantime. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye. See you next time.